Welcome to another therapy session with your girls,
Felisa
and Elisa. As we know, today is Sunday, which means it's Inspirational Sunday. So speaking of inspiration, what is the song?
The song is Rise Up by Andra Day. I hope I said her name correctly. She's a new singer on the scene, and that's talking about an inspirational song. That song is beautiful.
It gives me goosebumps every time I hear it.
Right. I mean, I think they featured her on Good Morning America with that song and everything. I mean, when it was released, because like I say, it's definitely a song. If you're feeling down or depressed, it's a song to listen to.
Right.
Of course, it'll be in the description box below. You want to hit this song, and it'll definitely give you inspiration to get on with your day, because that's basically what it's saying. Get up. Meet the day, greet the day. I mean, as long as you're alive, you're gonna rise up. You're gonna even though like she said, you gotta face mountains, you got face obstacles. I mean, that's just day-to-day life. I mean, you just have to realize that, I mean, that's you're gonna, I mean, you can do it, depressed, or you can do it, like a battle, in the sense that you're gonna get up and you're gonna fight and you're gonna win. You can't let life get you down.
Right. I love her story, in the lyrics of this song, because, you're the author of your own book.
Right.
And like she say, with every morning, it's a new day. So it's a new day for you to change your narrative of your story. If you're not happy with it, it is one day at a time, and you can conquer, you can move mountains, like she says in the song. Mm-hmm. You can rise above it all by taking it one step at a time, one day at a time, believing in yourself and taking the good out of any situation you're going through, as a opportunity for a new start. So for saying, if you're going through a loss, which I know a lot of us have gone through especially since COVID been on the scene, a lot of us experience, loss within families, loss within friends, even if you lost in employment. It's been a lot of loss for a lot of people, which I think, if you're going through like a devastating circumstance like that, or you're just not feeling yourself, you're feeling like, what am I even doing? Like, what am I even living for? This song will hit you and will motivate you. This song is a what's that word I'm looking for? It's a ignition to your self-motivation. It's a self-motivation boosting song. That's right. What I'm trying to say.
It is, yeah.
It'll boost your motivation to, create a new narrative for yourself, like I said, and to, going into the next day a little happier than you left from yesterday. Because waking up in a new day is actually a privilege.
Yeah.
Because you're one among a few who didn't have the blessing to wake up in the morning. There's some people who yesterday was their last day. Yeah. But you got a whole new day. So for instance, especially for those who say, like, what do I have to look forward to? Like, what do I have to be grateful for? The fact that you're up.
Yeah,
the fact that you woke up.
That you saw the sunrise.
That you saw a new day. Yeah, exactly. And that you not only saw a new day, you have a new opportunity to push yourself into what makes you happy. You have a new day to follow your dreams. You have a new day to dust yourself off and do what you need to do for yourself and for your loved ones. A new day to mend fences with someone that you had an argument with or something the prior day, to not leave on bad terms just in case anything happens. you have to take everything as a blessing. Like, for instance, the music video for this song, it was very, very touching because, this woman stuck by her husband, even though she had to take care of him hand and foot. Yeah. Which can be very overwhelming. I can only imagine,
Right. And she did it very lovingly. In the song, in the video, her husband is a paraplegic. I mean, if you don't know what a paraplegic is, that's a person that's paralyzed from the neck down. Yeah. So when a person is paralyzed from the neck down, like, they can't do anything for themselves. I mean, like, if someone's paralyzed from the waist down, they still have use of their arms. But when you're paralyzed from the neck down, you're basically helpless. Right. And it shows her getting him up in the morning, getting him cleaned up, getting him dressed. I mean, she's doing it, obviously she has to do everything for him. Mm-hmm. They go out for a dinner, and she has to actually feed him because he can't use his arms, so she has to feed him. And at the end of, they had a little part where this other guy was kind of looking at her or whatever, but she was focused in on her man. Right. She sees pay him no attention.
Yeah, she sees the blessing, because at the end of the day, even though that type of reality can be very challenging, very hard, especially physically, very hard, mentally, very draining, she does it with love, because she knows that this man would do the same for her if the tables were turned around. This man loves her through and through. He appreciates it. He's not being ugly towards her because he can't, do things for himself.
Some people, be in circumstances like that, they get very angry and they can get very angry and get very ugly. Because, I mean, can you imagine not being able to move your limbs? Like, it can make you very angry. Right. I used to work at a hospital that people came to after they were injured, head injuries, back injuries and stuff, and they come to the hospital, and it was my first job. And I saw a lot of people who were recovering from very catastrophic injuries, and people having to learn how to use their hands all over again that were quadriplegics, which was paraplegic is when they're paralyzed from the waist down, I believe, and then quadro is all four limbs. Because quadro is four. Oh, okay. But the ones that they had to learn how to use their arms as their, to do their wheelchairs, and the ones that were quadriplegics had to learn how to move their wheelchairs with their mouth. I used to watch people have to learn how to, move stuff with their mouth, because that's the only thing they could move was their head, So, and I'm thinking, and I used to think to myself, like, would I want to live? But that alone inspired me in the sense that these people did want to live. I mean, they were alive, even though they, didn't have use of their bodies anymore. They still were alive. They still were themselves, and they still, had a chance to live out their lives. The most famous quadriplegic we know is Christopher Reeves. Oh, yeah, the guy that played Superman. And he of course he did succumb to his injuries eventually, but I mean he was paralyzed from the neck down. But he, like I say, sometimes you have to think about a person like that that's still breathing, and
they have the motivation to get up. They have the appreciation for life and doing something about it. So compared to what you're going through, not saying that you're everyone's issues is their own issues, is a reality to you, but just know that someone out there always has it a little worse than you, especially if your problem is fixable. Right. Don't dwell in it. Take the opportunity to do something about it. That's basically what this song is saying, is not staying within the status quo. Like, you're constantly taking your blessing of a new day and doing something with it to where you rise, like you become higher than where you currently are, whether it's an internal issue, a physical issue, or a financial issue. By motivating yourself to push yourself further and further into a new chapter of yourself, then you can get to where you want to be. But how can you expect to get to the finish line if you're not even willing to move your feet?
Right. You gotta rise up.
Mm-hmm.
And name of the song.
Exactly. So if you haven't heard it before, please give it a listen. I don't see how you wouldn't, because I know the view count on the video is 94 million. That's like basically everybody in the world. Which the song does. This song's just due. It's the fact that it is a beautiful, amazing song. It's a one of a kind song, and definitely put it on your playlist for whenever you need a motivator. Like this is my top pick.
Yeah.
For my motivation songs for whenever things get a little heavy on me too.
Because you have those days when you actually need a song like this, to get you out of your rut, make you realize that it's just waking up, breathing, you're blessed. Exactly.
That's a blessing in itself. You don't need any grand blessings like, man, I ain't win a lottery. Man, my account ain't looking right. Man, I got all these dishes to do. You still have one blessing. If you can't count any more in a day, your one blessing is the fact that you got to open your eyes.
Yeah, that's correct. That is correct. Yeah. All right. Well, we're gonna make this one short and sweet, guys, for our Inspirational Sunday. Because you can drag it on now.
They're like, no, please, let's go place, please.
I know.
We can ramble, guys. So sorry.
Like I said, we're loving what we do. Mm-hmm. So we're going to continue to do this. Everybody got to start somewhere.
Yep.
So we're going to continue giving content, and for the few people that we do have, keep supporting us, because we're gonna. If it's just you guys, hey, we're gonna give you something new to watch.
Yeah, exactly.
On a constant basis.
Yes, and we appreciate you guys.
Yeah, we definitely do.
Yeah. Okay. All right, guys. So that concludes our session. Thank you for joining us for another therapy session, and we'll see you guys next time. If you haven't already, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Also, click the notification button so you get notifications of when we post our next upload. We'll see you guys next time for Toxic Tuesday.
Ooh, we'll see what that's going to be about.
So we go from inspirational to... So we'll see you guys next time. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll be out.
All right.
Bye, YouTube.